Hello YouTube, it's Supernova, back with more Falcon 4 BMS. Today we're looking at VFR landings. We're approximately 15 nautical miles south of Kunsan airbase, 2,500 feet above dewlap fix, on a heading of 360 at 420 knots. We know that we're 15 miles from Kunsan because steer point 8 is active, which is placed at a similar distance from us. The instrument mode panel is also set to TACAN, with TACAN set to channel 75 X-ray. The distance to the Kunsan TACAN can therefore also be seen on the horizontal situation indicator or HSI panel. It's important to understand current weather conditions. Note that the maximum crosswind for landing the F-16 is 25 knots. To view current wind direction and speed, press DCS right on the CNI page.
Good morning, Goblin 2. Kunsan approach, runway 36. Welcome back.
We have been approved a straighten landing from the tower. By placing the drift cutout switch in the normal position, the HUD will automatically compensate for wind direction and speed, and the flight path marker, or FPM, will drift with the wind. Reduce power to lower airspeed below 305 knots and line up on the runway. It's important to be at that airspeed before reaching Viper, which is 10 miles from runway 36. With airspeed below 305 knots, lower the landing gear. Note that lowering the landing gear adds drag, which helps to slow the aircraft. Also open the speed brake by pressing the B key. The aircraft's gross weight determines the optimal approach speed. Gross weight is the weight of the unloaded aircraft and stores and fuel remaining. With the landing gear down, an angle of attack bracket has appeared on the HUD. The top of the bracket indicates 11 degrees and the bottom 15 degrees angle of attack. Angle of attack is the angle between the chord of an aerofoil, which is a straight line joining its leading and trailing edges, and the relative airflow. An ideal approach places the FPM at the top of the bracket, with the FPM also on the 2.5 pitch down line and the runway threshold. Power is then used to maintain correct angle of attack during the approach, with aircraft pitch controlling airspeed. The optimal speed for the aircraft weight is indicated when the FPM is at the top of the bracket. The green donut in the middle of the left indexer will also illuminate. If the FPM is above the bracket, airspeed is above optimal, and power should be decreased to increase angle of attack. The yellow symbol at the bottom of the left indicator will also illuminate. If the FPM is below the top of the bracket, airspeed is below optimal, and power should be increased to decrease angle of attack. The red symbol at the top of the left indexer will also illuminate. It's important to understand that we place the FPM where we want to place the aircraft. Therefore, we want to maintain the FPM on the runway threshold and the dashed 2.5 pitch down line. If the approach is flown correctly, the bracket will rise to meet the FPM.
Good morning, Goblin 2-1. Kunsan Tower, clear for landing. Runway 36. Jet gear down.
Note the Precision Approach Path Indicator or PAPI lights to the left of the runway. 2 red and 2 white lights indicate correct position relative to the optimal glide slope. 3 or 4 red lights indicate the aircraft is below glide slope, and 3 or 4 white lights indicate the aircraft is above it. As the aircraft reaches the runway threshold, reduce power and adjust aircraft pitch as required to flare. The FPM should be placed in the center of the AOA bracket, indicating 13 degrees angle of attack. Maintain that attitude until the wheels touch down. With the correct on-speed angle of attack, the aircraft will not bounce. Use aero braking to help slow the aircraft by holding angle of attack at 13 degrees. The nose will drop at around 80 to 90 knots. Pull back on the stick to cushion the impact of the nose wheel on the runway. Progressive application of the wheel brakes is then used to slow the aircraft, and nose wheel steering can then be applied when airspeed is below 80 knots. I hope you enjoyed that look at VFR landing. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you again for the next Falcon 4 BMS video.